Congrats, we're back with some more Buffalo Sabres franchise mode in FHM 12. And in this one, we are going to start year number 2. As in the last one, we went through the year 1 drafts and, of course, drafted Gavin McKenna with the first overall pick. He's that 3-star ability, 5-star potential as an 18-year-old. I cannot wait to see what he does. So on our roster to start the season, you have Luukkonen and Levi in net. On defense, you have Dahlin, Power, Byram, Kesselring, Jones, Fleury, and Beliveau. You have Doughty injured currently, who we signed in free agency as that veteran presence. He's going to be out for 1 to 2 months. And then at forward, you have Greenway, Thompson, McKenna, Lomberg, McLeod, Kulik, Benson, Doan, Geertsen, Krebs, Ostlund, Danforth, Rosane, and Helenius. So that said, let's get straight into the regular season of year number 2. I had to send Beliveau down because Drew Doughty came back, and unfortunately he was claimed by the Vegas Golden Knights. Major injury to Helenius, 2 to 3 weeks. That's unfortunate for him. All right, so after 2 months, we're on December 1st now. We are 15-9-2. So that's a pretty good start to the season, all things considered. We are 3rd in the Atlantic Division currently with 32 points behind Boston and Detroit. Let's get a look at the player stats here. Ryan McLeod leading the way with 22 points in 25 games played. Then you have Thompson with 21, 16 goals. Kulik with 19. Doan with 15. Rosane with 13. Danforth and Dahlin with 12. Byram and Greenway with 11. So Greenway, unfortunately, not having the type of season that he was having last year. Of course, he only played 33 games last year, but he did have 27 points in those 33 games played. This year is off to a slower start. Then you have Kesselring with 10, Krebs and Power with 9, Benson and Fleury with 8, and then McKenna, unfortunately, only with 7 in 24 games played, so he's having a bit of a rough start to his career, but I would imagine he will get better with time. He's only 18, no need to panic yet. Then you have Geertsen with 6, Ostlund with 5, Jones with 4, Doughty and Helenius with 3, and then Lomberg with 2. And then in goal, you have a .931 save percentage for Luukkonen in 18 games played and 5 shutouts. Wow, he has been absolutely phenomenal so far to start out this season. Hopefully he can keep that up. And Levi in 8 games played with an .898. So Luukkonen, probably the main reason why we're winning as much as we are right now. Obviously Thompson there with 16 goals, definitely helping, but I would imagine Luukkonen is a big part of why we're winning right now. So let's check out the team stats and see where we're at. Goals for per game, we are currently 9th in the league with a 2.88. And goals against per game, we are currently 5th in the league with a 2.19. Face-offs, we are 19th in the league with a 50%. Power play, we are 19th in the league with an 11.7. I mean, so far it's better than last year, so it's improvement. And then on penalty kill, we are 15th in the league with an 88%. Honestly, I would like to see McKenna getting some time with Thompson. I think that would be for the best. I mean, he's on the second line right now with Kulik and Rosane, so that's, at least he's getting time, but I would like him to get some time with the actual, good players on this team. Maybe help him along a little bit. That said, though, I think we're going to advance another month and see what December brings us. Oh, long-term injury for McLeod. It looks like 2 to 3 weeks. All right. I don't know if I'm liking Spencer Carberry already. He's got Mason Geertsen on the first line with Thompson and Doan. It's certainly questionable. All right. Well, on January 1st, we're 20-16-3, which is good enough for 5th in the Atlantic. We are in the second wild card, but there are a lot of teams behind us that are right there and that could change at any moment. And I do not really like the trajectory this team is going on at the moment. Let's take a look at the team stats. You have Thompson in 38 games played with 31 points, 23 goals. Then you have Kulik with 25, then it drops down to Doan with 23, McLeod with 22, Danforth and Rosane with 20, Greenway with 19, Dahlin with 17, Byram with 15, Benson and Kesselring and Power all with 13. You have Ostlund, Krebs, and McKenna with 11, Fleury with 10, Jones and Geertsen with 9, Doughty with 7, Lomberg and Helenius with 3. And then in goal, you have a .922 save percentage in 31 games played for Luukkonen. He has 7 shutouts as well. And then Levi, 9 games played with an .887. I mean, we're still 5th in the league for goals against per game, 2.36. And then goals for per game, we're actually still 11th in the league with a 2.79. Power play, unfortunately, got worse. That's down to a 9.8, 25th in the league. And then penalty kill, 18th in the league with an 86%. So to be honest with you, I'm not sure how we're top 11 in the league for goal scoring right now, because it feels like Thompson's the one who's doing most of the work in terms of offense. Then after that, obviously, you have Kulik with 13, but after those two, you do not have any other players who have 10 goals. Ostlund has 9, but he only has 2 assists. And then Helenius, I was really expecting more out of him. He only has 3 points so far in 19 games played. It might just be that he's, buried on the 4th line. And then also, currently he's scratched. And I really want to make sure that he, along with McKenna and, all the other young guys, Osland as well, do not get buried in the bottom 6. So I think what I might do here is try to move some more veterans out here. And despite his success so far, I think that's going to include Danforth. He has 20 points in 25 games played so far, but, I can't imagine that's going to last too long. He's already 33. He's got the 10 rating for a setup man, and, that's one of his better ratings. So I think we're going to place him on the trade block along with, I'm going to say, probably Lomberg as well. He's only got that 12 aggressive forechecker rating. He's 32. He only has 3 points so far in 37 games played. And he's been good in defensive roles so far, as has Danforth, actually. They both have 68 and 69 defensive grades, respectively. But I'm just worried about the ice time that both of them are getting compared to guys like, like Osland and Helenius and obviously McKenna as well. So I'm going to see what we can get for Lomberg and Danforth. I'm going to see if Colorado is interested in them. They're looking for wingers, and they're also in a win now position. Okay, so in offering out Lomberg and Danforth to the league, I believe I've just found a bug. I don't know if anyone else has seen this. I would imagine so, though, as you have teams who are offering out duplicates of the same player. You have the Vegas Golden Knights offering out Alex Weirmeyer twice, in addition to a couple of picks here. And then you also have the Seattle Kraken offering out Tyler Mott twice. So I'm not sure if I want to know what happens when I click accept, to be honest with you. I might just save the current game and then accept just to see what happens, just to see if that breaks it. I would imagine it may very well. Yeah, in fact, so I'm going to save the current game and then I'm going to see what happens when I accept this trade from Seattle. All right, so Lomberg and Danforth for Tyler Mott and Tyler Mott. Let's see what happens. Okay, so it seems we do have Tyler Mott on our team. Is he duplicated anywhere? Doesn't seem like it. No, he's not duplicated. So how did that go through on the transactions then? Like what did that? Yeah, it has it down as Lomberg and Danforth for Mott and Mott. I honestly have no idea what happened there. That's certainly a new one. Regardless, I'm going to be restarting because that's not what I wanted to do. I just wanted to see what happened when I did it. Thankfully, nothing game-breaking happened, but still, it's a bit weird. All right, I'm able to get a 3rd and a 4th back for them from most of these teams here. I want to circle back on Colorado, though, because they were definitely the most likely to give up something significant, considering that they not only are a win-now team, but they also need left wingers and right wingers. So I want to see if I could sneak a 2nd-round pick in there. The problem with that is it would involve giving up a 3rd, which I don't really want to do for a 2nd. So I think we'll just get one of these here for a 3rd and a 4th. All right, let's give them to Anaheim. They need some wingers and they're in a win now state. So we'll accept that offer from Anaheim. And then what I'll do is I will call up Nuchev. Then I'll also call up probably Wahlberg. So hopefully that should allow Helenius to play more often now, because I know there were some games where he was scratched. And I definitely was not having that. So I think we'll go one more month and see what we do leading up to February. Ooh, Fleury out for 3 to 4 months with a long-term injury. All right, on February 1st now, we are 28, 22, and 4. So it seems we're like a borderline playoff team. We're 4th in the Atlantic. So we at least do have a wild card, but it's still not anywhere close to set in stone. But the good news is that we do appear to be in control of where we finish this year, I think. As long as we're able to keep this up, I think we should have a decent chance at making the playoffs. But let's take a look at the player stats and see what's going on here. So you have Thompson with 50 points, 30 goals so far. But then it drops down to Doan with 32. Oh boy. Yeah, this is kind of a problem. It goes back to last year too. This was the exact problem we had last year. Kulik with 30, McLeod with 30, Benson and Dahlin with 28, Greenway with 27, Rosane with 25, Byron with 24, Osland, Krebs, Geertsen, and Power all with 18, Helenius and McKenna and Kesselring with 16. Then you have Doughty with 12, and then Jones and Fleury with 11, Wahlberg and Nuchev with 1. And then in goal, you have a .916 save percentage in 41 games played for Luukkonen, 8 shutouts as well. And then in 15 games played for Levi, he has an 897. Yeah, it's the same problem as last year. It is the same exact problem we had last year with Thompson being the only one who is really able to get anything done offensively. Because after Thompson, you have Kulik with 15 goals, who I'm not sure how many goals he's scored in the past couple of months, to be honest with you, because I remember that he had, 13? I think that was at the start of December. Let's see. His last goal was January 16th. Then before that, it's January 9th. And then before that, it was December 22nd, December 17th. Yeah, so even Kulik, he sort of has these patches of where he's not scoring, where that's, a good 6, 7, 8 games in between each goal in some cases. So yeah, we can't have that. That's definitely an issue. And then Osland, who has 14 goals, so he's having a decent season at least in terms of goal scoring, but only 4 assists for a center at 22 years of age. I don't know about this team, unfortunately. Some of these players really are not getting it done right now. I mean, obviously, I'll give a pass to players like McKenna, right? He's only 19. He's still got plenty of room to grow. Helenius, he's in his first season. He's at 16 points at 33 games played. I'm sure he's going to get better. But, guys like Osland's already 22. The fact that he only has 4 assists so far, already over halfway through the season, is a bit concerning. And then the fact that Kulik frequently goes on cold streaks in terms of goal scoring is not ideal. So honestly, I'm not sure if I like our chances, despite the fact that we are, that we're currently in a wild card. The way this team is right now, I don't know if we're going to be able to be consistent enough to the point where we'll be able to maintain our position. Yeah, this team really does rely heavy on Thompson. We definitely need to do something about that, but it's, I think it's a matter of time and waiting for guys like McKenna and Helenius to pan out. And then obviously I think we're going to have a couple more solid drafts here and there, because clearly guys like Osland, so far anyway, are not panning out the way I thought they would. I mean, I'm not giving up on Osland yet. Don't get me wrong. I think he still has some room to grow, but it's definitely disappointing. And then you have for Benson, he is 21 years of age, 3-star talent. He's got 28 points. So I like where Benson is headed, especially considering that last year he only had 12 points in 33 games played. I think he will steadily get to a point where he will be a solid top 6 player of the future. But I'm definitely concerned about Osland and in general, just the state of our offense not being able to rely on anybody but Thompson, essentially. And honestly, I think what we really need is somebody to step up on the back end in terms of point scoring. I mean, obviously you have Dahlin. He's got 28 points so far in 54 games played, but we need that, really good offensive defenseman who's going to be able to get 60, 70 points per season on the back end, right? And so far, at least, it seems like Dahlin has not been able to do that. Last year, he had 45 points in the simulation. Obviously, he had 68 points in real life. He had 73 points in real life one season. But, that was real life, not in the simulation. I don't know. I really don't think we're going to be able to maintain our current playoff position the way we've been going. We need, like I said, definitely something to spark us on the back end. And then obviously we're going to need some more consistency from, all the younger guys and guys who are hopefully going to be moving into the future with. So yeah, there's a lot to consider as we head into the second half of this season. But I think with that being said, I think we're ending things off here because it's been a long recording already. But not before I thank the channel members. Thank you guys so much for all your support, and I'll see you guys in the next one.